The girl was getting her first breast augmentation surgery when she ran into a perverted male doctor, seeing how beautiful the girl was. The doctor immediately got twisted ideas. He wanted to assault her while she was still under anesthesia. Just then, the nurse on duty pushed open the door and walked in on the scene. The nurse thought she could stop the doctor. But the director not only didn't back off, he ripped off his mask of decency. He slammed the nurse onto the exam table and threatened her with violence to keep her quiet. He wanted to bury the secret in that operating room forever. The story starts with an old case, 10 years ago. A young woman was rushed to the hospital after a car accident. She was badly injured and unconscious. Completely at others' mercy, she should have been receiving life-saving care under the surgical lights, but the 3 doctors in charge of saving her, once they got a look at her beautiful face, grew darker and darker in their intentions. They didn't see her as a patient anymore. They saw her as defenseless prey while she was unconscious and the room was empty. They took turns assaulting her. What made it even more cruel was that the abuse didn't happen just once. Throughout her hospitalization, they kept injecting her with anesthetics, violating her again and again while she was semi-conscious. She wasn't completely numb to it. Her body just couldn't move. She could only bury the despair and humiliation deep in her bones. Word of the 3 doctors' crimes spread quickly through the hospital. By any standard, crimes like that should have ruined the 3 of them for good. They should have done jail time, but the reality was, the victim quietly vanished without a trace, and the 3 monsters faced almost no consequences at all. They used their families' backgrounds, their connections and their money to make the whole thing disappear. 10 years went by, and not only were they fine, they were thriving. One had become a department head at the hospital. Another had become a professor. The third had left the hospital to become the director of a plastic surgery clinic. On the surface, they looked successful and respectable, as if those crimes had never happened. But what they didn't know was that 10 years of silence didn't mean it was forgotten. Someone had been watching them all along. Retribution came fast. The first to die was the anesthesiologist from back then. By now, he'd climbed to a high position. But he couldn't shake his lurcherous nature at a high-end club. He laid eyes on a smoking hot woman and immediately flashed a smug grin. He thought it was going to be a chance fling and went along with her plans. But in the next moment, the game turned into an execution. The woman moved fast. Her knife work was terrifyingly precise. First, she sliced the artery in his neck. Then she severed the tendons in his hands and feet. So he couldn't move, but wouldn't die right away either. This wasn't simply murder. She wanted him to feel his blood drain out, drop by drop, while he was still conscious, turning his death into a slow, drawn-out torture. When the police arrived, what they found was a body in a gruesome state. Veteran Detective Joy and the medical examiner, both on the case, realized this wasn't a crime of passion. The coroner determined the killer knew human anatomy very well and was extremely skilled with a knife. Every cut was precisely controlled. The goal wasn't to kill quickly. It was to make him feel fear and despair. That kind of ritualistic killing was almost certainly driven by revenge.